All right. Hey, everybody. Hope you're all having a great afternoon. I'm just throwing in the special I'm running. It's on indefinitely. So I wanted to get on here. And since we're getting ready to start the weekend, tomorrow is Friday, we go into this weekend with some days of caution and some negative energy. So I kind of wanted to go over that briefly with you guys, just so you take precautions this weekend and be safe, because we are in a waning moon phase right now. So anytime we go into a platonic phase and it's waning, it takes on a very negative undertone. And I'm not sitting here trying to feed you fear or anything like that. I'm just telling you how the stars are reading. If you read my forecast on my website, astrologywitch.com, for January 13th through the 19th, you would know that we are getting ready to go into a platonic phase. I will get into that in just a minute. I will go over my forecast I posted for the week, even though it's already Thursday. We start off this week on January 13th, which was just a few days ago. We had Venus, the planet of love and beauty, leaving Aquarius and moving into dreamy, intuitive, and very sensitive Pisces. Very beautiful placement. It's a nice change. A lot of us as human beings, especially if you're born with a natal Venus in Pisces, we're going to feel more love. We're going to feel more compassion, a little more empathy for our fellow man. The only downfall to this placement would be that we tend to not put logic into things, and we don't think things out. And that's the planet of Neptune using its deceitful side. So very important at this time to stay grounded, and enjoy all the beauty that Venus in Pisces has to offer. Souls born with this placement it's going to be all about unconditional love for these souls. They will put others before themselves and be drawn to the performing arts and acting, things like that, performing, the music industry, things like that. The downfall here can be for people with this placement to have an illusion and have deception come into their lives. Certain souls can feed upon that energy. So always remember, if you have that placement, Venus in Pisces, always remain grounded. Always remain grounded in your energy. Let's see, on January 16th, which I believe is today, Mercury enters futuristic Aquarius. Yay! And for the next 3 weeks, lots of communication begins. Now, meeting new people. Aquarius is about unconditional love. It's about social groups. It's the 11th house of the zodiac. It's friends. It's wishes. So for the next 3 weeks, there's going to be lots of, how do I say? You're going to be expanding your social circles. Some of you will expand social circles. You'll even listen to the headlines in the news and notice topics of strange and unusual things. Aquarius is strange and unusual and very eccentric in many ways. So you'll hear topics of like that. UFO stuff will make headlines. Anything to do with ETs. Souls born with a Mercury in Aquarius are what they call in ancient astrology. These people are called the geniuses of the zodiac, okay? And souls born with this placement, Mercury in Aquarius, they will have a lot of success in topics of UFOs, aeronautics, electronics, technology, the new age, astrology, universal love, and any kind of futuristic endeavors. They're going to be blessed with this thought process, its mental process. People that have a Mercury in Aquarius, their mind is usually working at a very highly intuitive level, and they have an ability, not all, I know some Mercury and Aquarius that do not use that sixth sense that they've been given. But they're able to tap into a realm of higher consciousness in some ways. And the universal, tapping into that universal mind that's on a level that very few can comprehend. So, very awesome placement if for those of you out there who do have a Mercury in Aquarius. Thanks. That is crazy, Louie. Yeah. He's very entertaining. The other one's around too. Usually my cats don't give me the time of day until I plug in here and get on here, and then it's like, it's showtime. But thanks, Kapal. I appreciate that. Then we move on to, like I said, the days of caution are starting up, and it starts up the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th. I gave those 3 days, those 3 windows, but please remember that there are other countries, like, for example, Australia, which I'm in California, so Australia is about 22 hours ahead of me. They're already in this energy, you know. So usually when I give you 3 days of caution, it is a 5-day window, sometimes 6, sometimes it's a 10-day window. The lunar eclipse, I should have given you a 10-day window, but I didn't. Like I said, I don't want to feed people into fear. I just give you precautions of things to come. But we are heading into a days of caution. This is a Plutonic energy, meaning the planet Pluto is in control. It is a waning moon phase. So how do I say this? It's a time when things are going to take on a very dark energy. News of death, drama, the sex industry, porn industry, murder, terrorism, rape, cyber crimes. This is the perfect time to go and check your bank accounts, because I have gotten ripped off in this energy that's coming. And sure enough, I caught it in the nick of time, and I was able to prevent a lot more headaches. So these are warnings for you all to take into consideration on a celestial level. News, like I said, very negative news is you're going to hear a lot of negativity coming in the news. The rich and famous always make headlines, and it's usually with the death of some sort. So we will see someone either in Hollywood or someone well known losing their life. It's very common. Always remember with this energy, Pluto, Plutonic energy, this rules the police force. So the police will make headlines, both positive and negative ways. Steering more towards a negative because we're in a waning moon phase. So negative meaning they might, the badge may get shot. You may hear about a police officer getting shot or a police officer shooting someone. Things like that are very common. This also rules CIA, FBI, Secret Service, the mob, mafia, and of course Russia. Russia is a Scorpio and Plutonic country. And I keep saying I'm going to do a show on astrogeography, and I will get to that. I'll probably do it this weekend because I have a lot of time. Now, I do want to say something to everyone. To be honest, since this lunar eclipse energy, the energy has been off. And like I said, it's because of this lunar eclipse energy. We're still in those beginning and endings. If you listen to my last video I did about 13 days ago, I think I did it on the 5th of January before I went out of town, I had stated that beginnings and endings, Mother Earth would stretch herself. We had 3 volcanoes erupt, and I believe a 4th one erupted. I don't have confirmation on that yet, in Alaska yesterday, but 3 volcanic eruptions 3 days apart. So the energies are very common. You just have to look at the news and see the headlines and how the energies pertain to what's happening to really make sense of it all. It's just a celestial thing here. But like I said, this energy, everything's been off since the lunar eclipse. And this going into this platonic phase, it's not going to be pretty. The news this weekend is going to get very violent. When I always tell my clients this, doesn't mean you have to stop living this weekend, but I wouldn't go to large concerts and large crowds. This is the perfect recipe and the perfect kind of energy for mass shootings, for terrorist attacks, for any kind of rape, sex trafficking. This is also if any of you have children, you better watch your kids. This is the weekend where you could lose them. Watch them like a hawk. Don't let them out of your sight. The news is between war and the economy. You're going to see more of that, more chaos in Washington, as you've seen. Terrorism is very common at this time. You know, we are, like I said, I foresee this dragon's tail axis in Capricorn to leave with a vengeance. So we've got, what are we in, January? We've got 4 more months of this energy, and it's going to leave in like a vengeance, with a vengeance. It's not going to leave quietly. It's in its final stages, but it won't leave quietly. Now, Saturn is a slow-moving planet, and it is slowly but surely showing its karmic hand to the world at large. If you were good, you will get repaid good. If you were bad, you will feel that energy as well. And some of you don't believe in karma, and that's okay too. But karma is celestial. The planet Saturn is karmic. So therefore, all human beings have some sort of karmic redemption in their chart. I think the ones that sit there and say there's no such thing as karma are probably the ones that have a lot of karma that's going to be handed to them in time. Karma comes either swift or slow. Us witches know how to push karma along a little bit if we so desire, but that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. This weekend is a time, people, listen to me. It is a time to lay low. Keep a low profile. Watch your words. Watch your bank account, like I said. This is the perfect energy where you could get pissed off at someone, go off on them, tell them off, and then you don't know if you're dealing with a platonic soul. People with really dark energy are ruled by this energy coming this weekend. You may go off on someone, say something out of tone, didn't sound right, and they didn't like the way your tone of voice sounded, and they pull a gun out on you and shoot you. I know I'm being a little dramatic, but then again, I live in a town where you can hear gunshots every day. So choose your words wisely. Stay out of large crowds. That does not mean you can't go out to your favorite restaurant or go to a movie. If you want to go to the movies, that's fine. Just don't go see a movie that is very popular and is full of crowds. I know there was a shooter. I can't even keep track. There's been so many shootings. I'm trying to think. Colorado, maybe it was in Aurora. The shooter that went into the movie theater and shot all these people. It was one of the newest movies out. I was in a platonic phase. So go to the movies. Just don't go see the biggest blockbuster. You know, you could still go out to your favorite restaurant. Just keep things a little lower key and you should be fine. And let's see, what else do we have here? Enjoy time at home with your family, watching movies, baking, cooking. You know, it's winter time in parts of the world. I know here it's storming and it's raining, so we're all indoors. Waning moons are the perfect time to sort out all the old clutter in your house, send stuff to charity, clean up, be safe. follow the universal laws of the moon and you will live to tell. Now, for all of you in the pagan and witchcraft world like myself, you know what this weekend means. It is a Platonic phase, which means that the highest concentration of witchcraft energy is going to happen. So those of you out there who do tarot, do readings, you're going to be on your game. You will have a lot of energy, good time to do any kind of spell work. Remember, moon is wanting. So any kind of spell work right now to bind someone, hex, unfortunately curse, if that's what you want to do, perfect energy for it. Perfect energy. So it's also a perfect time to do a circle of protection for yourself and those around you and the people you care for. This is also a good time to cleanse your home of negative energy, especially if you're in the paranormal realm and you do a lot of ghost hunting. This is not the time to go out and hunt for ghosts unless you have experience. I say this every time I come on here during a Platonic phase, and I kind of giggled and laughed when I hear people say, yeah, we're going on a ghost adventure and we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And I'm sitting there going, I'm going to stay out of this one. And then they have this horrible experience. Well, you didn't follow the jurisdiction of the stars. So that's what happens. So just use common sense when you go out this weekend and you shall be fine. And like I said, I am running a couple of specials. My soul's readings are now at 50% off, and that will probably be until the new moon. I'm going to run it for a couple of weeks since I didn't do anything for the holidays. And as promised for my clients who've already had full life readings and are probably ready for a progressive reading, those are on sale as well. So you can check that out on my website. I will also post them here for you as well. I think I already did in the beginning. Anyway, that is the rundown on that. And I hope everyone out there has a safe weekend. And I will see you guys in a few days. So, peace.